Life goes on will not be seen tonight, so that we may bring you the following special program. WTEN and Prince Joffrey's and Margaret's are partners in an environmental campaign entitled For the Next Generation. As part of that effort, we are proud to present this program showcasing environmental video projects by area young people. For the Next Generation, by the Next Generation. Ladies and gentlemen, your hosts for this evening, Beth McKay and Jim Brennan.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for this unique look at environmental issues seen through the eyes of capital area students.
Maybe we should say it's seen through their camcorders, Beth, because we invited our local schools to challenge their science and audio-video classes to produce a video on an environmental subject. The response was just overwhelming. As we began viewing the tapes, one thing became clear. The next generation understands the importance of our environment better than we had thought.
Now we have tapes to show you from elementary, middle school, and high school level students. They use a variety of themes, styles, and techniques to make their points. We received tapes on a wide range of issues, from wildlife to recycling to the petrified sea gardens. So without further ado, we are pleased to present our first production submitted by Tamarack Elementary School. We've been singing it in the halls here at WTEN.
You sing it very well, by the way. However, the seniors at Scotia Glenville High took a much more serious approach.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We've lost our minds.
Yes, we have, but there's a legitimate reason for it. Actually, we're here with the crew at TV10's Studio A. A lot of our productions come from right here, everything from telethons to car commercials. And what you're getting is a glimpse of behind the scenes.
Not quite what you had in mind, huh? But for the students being showcased tonight, this is no surprise. Making television is hard work. I just asked the students at Shaker High. They produced an epic adventure titled Clean Food, the Environmental Ninja.
Now, we have to preface this video by saying we certainly don't advocate that violence be used on litterers. With that said, let's watch.
One frog recycled, the other did not. The one that did not was scorched by an angry musk oxen. Oh, I see him in a sensei. Recycle works, of course. You learn well about both. Oh, why do you recycle? Because you eliminate your pain. Well, yeah, what are you gonna do about it, Chinaman? You fool! This console remains of years and years and years. Recycle or die. You will have cleaners from the environment. You must die. Do this. No, just one, two drugs. I cannot do this alone.
Environmental Ninja, what a concept. That from one of our oldest groups to submit. And now for something completely different, our youngest group sings to the tune of Old MacDonald. Now wait till you see it, it is adorable. Each child made a two-sided poster of the earth. When they sing about pollution, they show a dark and dirty earth. When they sing about solutions, it's bright green and blue. The third graders from John L. Edwards School in Hudson tell us an interesting wildlife story. Now, you have to listen carefully because they have some technical difficulties with the audio.
We know all about technical difficulties, right?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Well, here the kids explain how the lynx, a wild cat once part of the Northeast, is now being reintroduced into the mountains.
somebody with a thousand miles can't go outside. But they are kept together. Snooping cars and wildlife and the cats go down around their but for some reason they become extinct. The cats pretty much died out in the past, and I around there in the 1800s. But now wildlife scientists are trying to restore them to their mountain habitat. The scientists finally exist from trappers in Alaska for 1,000 dollars. They even dropped them by helicopter when they backpacked them in caves deep into the Adirondacks. After they released them, the scientists keep track of the latest with radio collars. I don't think about it. Me too, I love to see real wild cats going through a bobcat in the cat. Seems like they want to go on there.
Now, if you see an environmental violation, call the Department of Conservation tip line. For more information about the Links Project, write J.L. Edwards School, State Street, Hudson, care of Links Fancy.
We thought that was an unusual subject.
Yeah, oftentimes we focus on saving what we have. Here was a case of replacing something that we had lost.
That's true. This is production control here at WTEN,
where everyone works hard to try to keep those pesky technical difficulties to a minimum.
Speaking of technical, the juniors and seniors at Taconic Hills High did a very technical and thoughtful look at our environment.
Boy, I'll say, they use Newton's law of motion to show how nature works in harmony when we don't interfere.
First law of motion, a world of movement, balance, proportion, variety, emphasis, and unity. Our dilemma comes with the second law. An unbalanced force accelerates an object in the direction of that force. Can committed individuals exert enough positive force to check the ecological imbalance that is presently propelling our Earth to accelerated destruction, deforestation, pollution, waste, ad infinitum? For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. We unite to counter the destructive momentum with positive energy and effort. Through a prism, a beam of light is bent and separated into a spectrum of colors, a variety and texture of the Earth and its inhabitants. We, as human beings, bring value and intensity to our Earth. We are the rainbow, and together we are the light. As the spring seeks to regain its natural position, the Earth strives for balance, and we are compelled to use our collective force to accelerate the healing process. We are the rainbow force, moving to the light for a better today, for a better tomorrow. Newton's laws of motion, harmony of movement, color and sound, renaissance, rebirth, spring, ecological balance. It is our responsibility. It is our opportunity. It is our legacy. Ecological balance. Survival.
These kids are far more aware of environmental issues than you and I were when we were in school then.
They sure are, and that is a good sign. In order to protect this world for the next generation, the first task is to make certain everyone knows how important it is.
We'll be right back with more for the next generation, by the next generation. Welcome back to For the Next Generation, by the Next Generation. We're watching videos produced by local students about our environment.
The sixth graders at Blue Creek Elementary School in Latham came up with an original graph for their video. It's about a girl who falls asleep in class and then has a bad dream about the future.
Then she awakens and then falls asleep a second time, this time dreaming about a much brighter future. Let's take a look.
Today we are going to talk about the environment and the importance of recycling. Please open your books to page 213. 1, 2, 3, so we are the future, and we're here to stay. Things are really a mess in a major way. There's sample here, gender bottles here, overcharged, our culture ain't really fair. It's just a running play where they be unharmed. The playgrounds are enough, they really love their charm. The claims and the slides used to be a blast because the garbage cans, they're big as a pack. We are the future, and we're here to stay. Things are really a mess in a major way. There's terrible here, gender bottles there, what we're doing to our culture ain't really fair. Remember when animals roamed around, they had homes and shelters where they could be found. Now animals are starving and they won't be back, cause garbage has become their only snack. We are the future and we're here to stay. The 1990s, way back when horse and picnics were the craze. But nowadays, now there is no place to spend fun summer days, cause garbage is taking our parks away. We are the future and we're here to stay. Thanks for handling us out in a major way. There's styrofoam here, get the bottles there. What we're doing to our culture ain't really fair. It happens when you don't recycle. If we act now, it doesn't have to be that way. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. We are the future and we're here to stay. Thanks for listening us out in a major way. Get the styrofoam here, get the bottles there. Everyone is here and get their share. Parents were important cause you showed us how to recycle and reuse so the world's here now. Fingers, cans, and bottles all have their place, so the next generation won't have enough space. We are the future and we're here to stay. Thanks for helping us out in a major way. There was styrofoam here, in the bottles there. Everyone pitched in and did their fair share. McDonald's was the first to recycle free. All we pressure caused the others to join our class. Separate your guys, zero front. Be the next generation of peace of the pot. We are the future and we're here to stay. Things are helping us out in a major way. There was styrofoam here, in the bottles there. Everyone pitched in and did their fair share. Schools were the leaders cause the kids got trained. They demand that we listen and we're getting late. Recycle every year, we can't afford to repeat. So the next generation will not lose. We are the future and we're here to stay. Thanks for helping us out in a major way. There was styrofoam here, in the bottles there. Everyone pitched in and did their fair share. Do you have any comment? Recycle, just do it. We are the future and we're here. I wasn't a cheerleader, I promise.
Oh, I bet.
Here at WTEN, we're fortunate to have a full-time environmental reporter, Scott Young, and he joins us now. Hi, Scott.
Thanks, Beth. Here at WTEN, we know that the health of the planet is very important and we take it very seriously. That the schools must be doing something right because these tapes are absolutely great. The next one is from Schoharie High School and is a very scientific approach to an environmental report. Yeah, but before we show this tape, we want the people at home to see if they think the reporter in this piece is a teenage Scott Young. I bet you were just like this in high school. Exactly with a slide rule. Okay, let's take a look. Here, in the heart of Schoharie County, lies beautiful Fox Creek. Why then does this creek show the first signs of dying? Sad fact is, towns, private contractors, municipalities, even counties find that the streambed gravel has much economic value. Therefore, the creek is frequently defaced by bulldozers and backhoes, which crush the rock and make the creek dirty and unsuitable for some forms of life. 4, 5, 6, 7. Hi, how you doing? My name's Charles Beaner. I'm part of the Schoharie High School ecology class. We're out here at Fox Creek analyzing the water to see what kind of life can possibly live in here. And right now, I've just done a dissolved oxygen test. Found it to be feel the water temperature. It's very important to record this data down here as part of our analyzation of the creek.
Component life and that's kind of why.
And what have you found in the past?
Small particles of washed up water.
We also have another one of our colleagues in the water. Jim, he's right up here looking for the insect life.
I had so many flies and caterpillars upstream.
Now, fish singing the creek for fish. Let's do a big bath.
When you're not a competition, here we have some wild bass, small bass, looks like there's a couple. Creek trout, so they don't want to keep scoping in there.
We're going to do a right hand. you'll be fine. Thanks, no, or anything like that. And the flies in the creek are 45 parts per million. And is that good or bad? Well, that's fine, because there shouldn't be any flies in the creek at all. What are the sources of flies in the creek? The two major sources are the old sewage and road salts. They're dumped up on Route 443 in the wintertime. The Fox Creek causes a positive and negative results. One thing is for sure, judging down here in this creek is definitely having a devastating effect on the ecology of the stream. Judging down the area we showed you, killed all species of marine insects, salamanders, frogs, any small species of insect or anything like that. They'll get crushed by the degrading effect of the bulldozers. And as we point to our readings, the small particles of rock caused by the dredging inhibit the reproduction of this species as well as lowering the oxygen content of the water. Again, I think you'll agree with me when I say that clean water is definitely more pleasing to look at than dirty water.
Yep, no doubt. Teenage Scott Young.
I told you right out of the same mold. Maybe a little. Alright, our next tape is from Carrion Elementary in Clifton Park. A lot of schools once participated in helium balloon launches. Well, they'd like you to know about some environmental hazards. Let's listen.
Hey, why don't we let it go? It's a great idea. Okay, Mr. Lily, we're gonna let you go because we like you. Even a kiss, I made a green color. I'm very dangerous to fish water. You make me can fly around the world, but I can't. Sooner or later, I'll just fly there. Down in the ocean, a dog, the algae, that blue. Eat me alive, having fun for sure of us. So please, try to stay the one. Careful, and hold on to that string tight. Well, a lot of people went cold. What if that is get cold too? Yeah. Some schools like here, elementary, have stopped the annual balloon launch. Good for them, they can save a life for them.
No balloons.
No balloons.
Okay, that's understood now. We're here with our good friend Joanne Gage from Price Chopper Supermarkets. You know, Price Chopper's support over the year has enabled us to bring you these important environmental programs.
Well, Jim and Beth, the Gold Corporation program is real encouraging. For this many students to be actively involved in environmental projects like this says a lot about our local school systems, too. It sure does, and certainly the advisors and the teachers should be credited for their hard work, for their foresight, and their commitment to both the environment and their students. That's right, Beth. Do thank them.
Joanne, how'd you like to introduce our next video for us?
I'd be delighted. The fourth graders at the Holy Spirit School in East Greenbush have adopted a whale. His name is Half Moon. A part of the day-to-day activities of their students.
Seems like they're all doing it, and coming up, we'll show you some more from Queensbury, New Lebanon, Fleischerkill, and many other schools. And for the next generation, by the next generation. Welcome back to For the Next Generation. education by the next generation. Why don't you follow me now into our new studio? First thing we do through the door is stop at the mirror for a few last-minute technical adjustments. And this is Studio B. I'm going to join Beth up at the news desk. This is Don on the dolly cam, which runs like a little train across some tracks. Here's John on the studio camera. And up here on the set is where we bring you the day's most important news stories 7 days a week. Hi, Beth.
Hi, let's talk a little bit about the product. News is a major part of broadcasting, and the best news is balanced, meaning all sides of the issue are covered. Now, several schools chose the news format to illustrate their environmental concerns.
Here's Waterford Half Moon demonstrating the art of anchoring and news reporting.
I am standing at the site where the inner power factory will be established in heaven. Will look like once it's finished. TD Silicon Waterford will be getting most of their steam and energy from the inner power plant, shutting down their old older steam boilers and tying it into the new facility. From the Hudson River, inner power will take 3.5 million gallons and put back 1 million gallons. The goal will be the quality of the water put back. In a mile, the village of Waterford is bustling around, not knowing the long range effects really are.
It's going to affect us so long. You know that. And nobody wants it in their backyard.
So many things are happening in Waterford. The over-exaggerated problems with GE. I think GE really tries to do the very best that they can for us, and then the newspapers, whatever, like to pick up on that and create a few problems thrown in. And then we have the situation with AIDS house possibly coming into Waterford, which a lot of people are dead set against. And then we have interpower, so we're just, for a small town, we have a lot of problems.
Why something to hear about birds are flying there? It could be really stuck in there. It's like having everybody in the world dying and smoking, and then all the air just rises. As high air rises, and he's on, so it's all filled with dirty air. And so when the birds fly through it, they don't feel well. They feel like they're about to die. Behind me, the Waterford Half School blocks over here. This was the one for General Electric engineers, and I'll be honest, the inner power facility is built. I'm sure you can see now why so many concerned about this project. I'm just gonna let you know.
The magic of television, we can use a technique called chroma key. This is where Steve Pepperizza does the weather every night. And with this special effect, we can be superimposed anywhere.
I think I prefer the quiet link scene.
I agree with you.
Right. Well, the Scanelli Elementary School used this very difficult technique in their newscast.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Trent. At Schoharie Elementary School, the trash busters have been called in because of the garbage problem.
Take it away, Jen.
That the trash busters have just entered the cafeteria. We're trash busters.
Better know get the garbage eradicated.
Uh-oh, looks like they caught us. Did you know the two rescues that are essential in the cafeteria alone make 50 pounds of paper each week? Add them to 1 ton a year. And they with the plastic items like three bags of milk cartons, which adds up to 75 pounds of milk cartons a day, which adds up to 375 pounds of milk cartons a week, which is a total of 7 tons a year. We did the best, we made a mess. The children at Schoharie Elementary School have decided to take the advice of the trash busters concerning garbage. They are getting involved. Paper, please, plastic, glass, paper.
The kids are finding out more facts about recycling.
Our object is to create a clean, white, crisp piece of paper.
and fold, rip, cover. We want to fix your picture. Toss the big, nice, clean, nice paper. Lieutenant informed us that they have a team of kids organizing a campaign to demonstrate ways to cut back on garbage at their school. The students feel one small step for their generation, one giant leap future generation.
Next, we have a tape sent to us by Eileen Heslin from Greenwood Central School. In it, we meet the special students from Room 2.
These students are responsible for the school's recycling program. Well, my name is Mrs. Heslin, and I would like to explain to you what we do to help the environment. These are the students of Room 2 in Greenwich Central School. What we do, and we have been doing it for the past 2 years, is we recycle all the paper that the students use in the school. And I'm going to show you how we do that. But first, I want to introduce you to the students. This is Erin. This is Pat. This is our other Erin. This is Jerry. The first step was for the students to go to the classroom and explain the rules. The students at Room 2 made up with the rules. They practiced telling the rules to each other. And now Pat and Aaron are going to tell the rules to a third grade class in the regular. The next step is for the students to gather the paper and recycle. Each day of the week, the student is assigned to go to one grade and pick up all the paper for that grade. So tell us the next step. The paper, yeah. The cover back. Oh, very good. And then after that, what do you do? And what do you do with the boxes? Bring them back. Here at WTEN, we have a For the Next Generation Advisory Board. Members work together to help us identify environmental issues that we should.
A broad series of creativity competitions with 1,500 entries from grades 4 through 12. The next 3 projects you'll see were submitted in the environmental video categories.
Hi, my name is Melissa. Now I'm saying something about garbage. Last week I saw a monkey. So it's on a whole bunch of litter out the ground. Yes, I'm somebody disgusting. The garbage dump all around. It's garbage on the water. And today I saw someone. Some kids wasting perfect like their paper. If we don't stand up for litter, litter will stand up for us. Take a shower instead of bath. When you put it on bath, try to like the flow for a long time. When you save energy, you save fuel. The future is now. I'm before the show you can wait to take a lunch. I care about your paper bag and my dreams for the shrink wrap juice box. I see roots in the flower bag. My smell can be in the world. Just one sneak, here it is, and I know it was hard. I get my lunch for you in the bag. I drink it in the bag. I think it's snack. When you look at it, is that all the beginning? One checker is the garment is down. It's getting you to look at it. I don't think it's so much you can wear your rock. You're free to wait out. You're the knowledge of the means. Responsibility. Control.
Incidentally, Michael Hill, the producer and writer of the Lunchroom Tape, was a grand prize winner in the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade division, and he took home $1,000.
GE Research and Development Department gave out almost $60,000 in prizes.
That is great to hear. We'll be right back with more. When it comes to broadcast news, the key ingredient is teamwork.
Any job is easier when we all do our share. Just ask the Scott team. Slingerland's kids against trash.
Ladies and gentlemen, the story you're about.
Have you ever stopped to ask yourself how much trash you generate a day?
Well, Queensberry Elementary School was concerned about the large number of juice boxes they throw away daily.
So Mr. Miller's third grade class decided to collect juice boxes for a week to see just how many they added to the landfills. The youngsters shared the results with the school and made posters to display alternatives like thermoses and recyclable cans.
No doubt that project took some planning and serious work on the part of the students.
That's for sure.
Boy, Jimmy, it is cold out here. Well, that's the wonder of television. You know, we can create almost any illusion and make it seem real. But if you were here behind the scenes, you'd see what's really done to create the effect, like Mr. Fogg back here.
You know, another great effect is animation. The cartoons you see on Saturday morning are a good example of that. It's not an easy technique to master, but that did not stop Walker Middle School from creating two very well done pieces.
Here's another special piece of equipment we use. It's called a crane cam. It can take pictures in places that photographers can't get to themselves. Like up in the air, for instance.
Right.
It's just amazing what can be done with video.
Video is great, but it is important to choose the right words to go along with it.
That's for sure. That's why we check our news scripts to make sure the words match the video you see. There's no doubt words can give pictures added meaning.
Elijah Middle School used poetry to express its feelings about our natural resources. Oxygen comes from trees, so don't take advantage of it. It isn't free. Every time a tree is cut down, plant a new one in the ground. Landfills and dumps are overflowing. Stop polluting so the amount stops growing. You can help by recycling. Stop pollution. Help make a new revolution. All of us can work as a nation to keep Earth clean. Wow, time flies and hours almost over.
Not so fast, Ben. Or did you know New Lebanon School is on a mission to rid their building of litter bugs?
No, tell me more.
Well, all I can say is they have a hotline staffed with environmental police. The rest you'll have to see for yourself.
Hello, environmental police. How may we help you?
There's this bad guy in New Lebanon schools. He's dressed in all black and he's polluting. Could you come over right away?
We'll be right over. Speak without attitude here. Quiet down. Let's all our start from washable plastic. Remember, you can do it too. Talk to your school officials. Find out how in your school too can be environmentally safe. Never shall be victorious. Sure looks like they have a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah, we have to. It's a great way to close out the year, looking toward the future and how each of us can make an environmental difference.
Now we have one last tape to show you. This one done by Harry Central seems to sum up the entire hour. We all work together. We can enjoy the beauty of nature together. of their faculty advisors gives that the next generation will indeed find solutions to the environmental issues that face us in the 90s.
We'd like to thank all the schools who contributed. Those schools whose tapes you've seen tonight will receive a plaque in recognition of their efforts. We could not begin to include every tape sent to us, although each one was deserving of applause. The tapes that were shown were selected by the For the Next Generation Advisory Board, and we want to thank them for giving up their Saturday. Every school that submitted a tape will get a certificate of commendation.
Now, the environmental agenda is not going to go away, and we here at 10 Eyewitness News will continue to bring you the latest information on the subject. And Jim, my guess is that sooner than you think, we'll be reporting on the positive contributions made by some of the people we met tonight.
And on behalf of all the young writers, reporters, producers, and directors on the show, thank you for watching. And if you know any of them, congratulate them and tell them they can make a difference. Good night from all of us here at TV 10.
Good night.